So, I just saw the new Maze Runner movie, The Death Cure, and I thought it was fine. Um, Not exceptional, like at all. I was into it. I'll give it this though. I was into it. Here's a little preface though. I saw the first movie back in I want to say 2014, but I'm thinking maybe 2015. I'm gonna go with 2014 though, and I thought it was good. I think I gave it 4 stars. If I can go back in time, I'd give it 3 because it's more of one of those movies where it's like it's flawed, but like I'd watch it again. And seeing as that it's been 4 years and I haven't watched it again, I'm pretty sure that means there was only a 3. But yeah, I didn't see the second one because it looked boring. It looked, I don't know, I didn't care about it at all. And I think I only saw the first one because some friends wanted to see with me. So, but yeah, so I went and saw this movie because Andrew was like, Adam, we have to go watch this movie. I'll tell you everything that happened in the second one. And I ended up watching like a recap of the first and the second. So like that proves that the first isn't even that good because I didn't even remember most of the things that happened. But like watching the recap made me feel like, oh yeah, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time. Oh, jeez Louise. Am I going to say that in every review? All right, but yeah, so keep going. I thought the third one was fine. I had me in it. I usually hate spoilers. I usually hate it when they kill people in movies, and especially in series, and they bring them back to life. I think that's cheap, and it lowers the stakes in your movie because then you're like not worried about characters because you're like, oh, they'll just come back to life. So I don't have to worry about them in this action sequence because I'm like, oh, if they die, we'll just, inject some blood in them later or something. But they brought back Eyebrows, Will Poulter's character, from the first one. I don't think he was in the second one, as far as I know. And instead of like in Kingsman where I was pissed where they did something like that, I loved it. I didn't see it coming. B, I was... It added a lot to the story, I think. It was cool. It's cool when you have, like, villains change sides. And, like, he's a very gray area character. Like, he starts out like a good guy, and then he's a bad guy, and now he's a good guy again. And that was neat. And I'm happy that he stayed a good guy, I guess. I don't know. But that was neat. It was interesting having him back. So I think that was the right call. He was great, though. I think he's a great actor. Like, he gets a lot of flack for his eyebrows. That's why I called him Eyebrows. But, like, honestly, he's pretty good. He was great in We're the Millers. He was a good villain in the first Maze Runner. And I think he just gets typecast as, like, weird. Because he is weird looking. He's funny looking. But he was great. Dylan O'Brien, who I love because he's a Mets fan. He did a good job in this movie. Like, what was it? The Teresa girl, who is the same girl from Pirates of the Caribbean, constantly underwhelms me. I'm not really a big fan of her. What was it? I think she has a long neck, which has nothing to do with her acting, but still. What was it? The villain was your stereotypical villain. Like, this is your by the numbers, nothing memorable, like, except it was cool when he, like, took off his arm, or took off his sleeve, and he was like, oh, I'm infected, and I was like, oh, that's neat. That was a cool little twist. Oh, I bet it was cool in the second one when Teresa changed sides. I bet that was cool, but I didn't see that. What else? I didn't think her character needed to die, and I'm kind of annoyed that she did. I mean, it's fine that she did, but I don't care enough about the series to have a real opinion on it. There was a lot of moments that just felt like Star Wars, like the end when she was like with him on the burning building at the end. I was like, that's the end of Rogue One. And then when they were entering into the what is it, Wicked's like lab or base, they were like dressed up as stormtroopers. Oh, no, they dressed up as like their security. It's just like the store. Like I literally turned to Andrew and I went, they're like, aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? And because it felt just like that. What was it? I thought Newt was really good in this movie. He stood out. Minnow, it's cool to have like a badass, like Asian character who's not just like, oh, I know karate. Like he was just a dude. Like there was nothing about him that was stereotypically Asian. He was literally just a dude who happened to be Asian, and that was neat. The guy from what's his called Breaking Bad, Giancarlo Esposito is in it. He does good. I didn't care enough about. So yeah, what was it called? Giancarlo Esposito was good from Breaking Bad. I didn't care enough though because I don't honestly miss the second movie, so I don't really care about a lot of these things. It was all right though. I'd give it a solid 3 stars. Didn't mind watching it. It was a good time at the theater. It had me, like I was along for the ride. It was a little bit long, and bloated. But it was cool. The reincorporation of the action sequence at the beginning, which was nice. Mirrored a lot of things that happened later where they're reaching out and they're jump or they're trying to save them. And then what else? Oh, and the dialogue, which is oh, you hold on to people even though you know you shouldn't. And that dialogue was reused. It was definitely, I don't get the bad reception. I think, what was it? This on IMDb has a 7.1. The first two have an 6.8 and then 6.3. And I didn't think this is bad at all because on Rotten Tomatoes it's got a 44. And I was like, it's fine. It's all right. It's good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I like how it just changed from it's this weird it's just weird YA novel. Story. And then it's oh, now they're zombie movies. They're zombie movies now. And that's just crazy. That the franchise just shifts like that. But it's not. Yeah, it's a zombie movie. It's definitely a zombie movie. The whole entire movie, though, I felt bad because I was always agreeing with the bad guys. I was like, yes, find a cure. Because if you don't find a cure, then everyone eventually is going to get infected and they're going to die. And so that bothered me because I was like, Thomas, you're wrong. we need to find a cure. And especially since at the end we find out that there is a cure and it's Thomas, you're like, dude, you're kind of messing everything up. You could save everyone, but apparently you couldn't save everyone. There was oh, we can only save so many people, and I'm like, what if you just take a little bit of blood from him at a time? You know what I mean? I don't know. It just felt like I was like, Thomas, you're wrong. Let's save as many people as we can save. But yeah, other than that though, I was kind of hoping the end they were gonna be oh, this twist ending. This is the third trial, and but I'm happy it's an open and closed trilogy. That's another thing I'm happy about is it's it's a trilogy. There's 3 movies. There's no part 2 of the last movie. And it's done. I never have to watch another Maze Runner movie again unless I choose to watch the second one, which I won't. 3 out of 5. That's it. Anything else? Yeah, there are no mazes in this movie, which I'm mad about that. But yeah, I'm going to go 3 out of 5 mazes for this movie. Let's go Mets. Oh yeah, the director has done nothing. Who even is the director? Wes Ball? What the fuck? Alright, so I am done with this. How do I end these? I need to have a way to end these. I'm done.